Hi, I'm Gaby.
I'm Jenna.
And I'm Chaliece. And you're listening to Music Makes Me Lose Control. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Music Makes Me Lose Control. We started this pod to discuss insight into the industry, debunk pop myths, and dive deep into happening music and artists. Today's episode is long overdue. A topic, or should I say an application, that you all have probably heard me mention millions of times. TikTok. Love it or hate it, TikTok is a clear force to be reckoned with and has made it clear with even the old head of our country wanting to take it down. Today, we will discuss how TikTok connects to the music industry and basically thrives off of it. But before we begin, you already know we have to talk about our merch. So I'm gonna go first. For everyone watching on YouTube, I am wearing the Beatles. I don't even know where I got this, to be honest. It might have been a thrift store. I love it because it matches a lot of like cool stuff during the fall time. So it's one of my fave t-shirts, nice and black too, with a cute pic of them.
I'll go next. So, as we know, I don't have any merch from artists anymore. I ran out a while ago. So, I'm wearing a pink little crew neck. My best friend got it for me for Christmas. It's a Soul Cycle crew neck. They play a lot of music, you know, for your spinning classes. And, they have themed rides, if you really like an artist that much. Pretty cool. It's a little comfy sweatshirt, overpriced, but hey, it is what it is.
Have you ever found a song in a cycling class that you downloaded? I think I found maybe one or two, but when they play the ones it's the best.
Yeah, no, I have downloaded a few songs from class. They have some banging music.
So it's totally merch. Your Soul Cycle merch is basically merch for the Soul Cycle artists.
Exactly, it represents all artists they play.
Today, I am wearing another scissor shirt. I've realized I've done 3 of these now, and it's really sad. Again, I just had such a big control phase, and it was just a time for me. And I was like, I need to wear this. This needs to be me right now. So I had to go out and buy merch, I guess. It's a Broken Clocks one. I don't even like this song that much, but I liked the shirt a lot. And it has cool little details like this. I don't know, I'm a 15 times world champion. I don't know, is this a boxing shirt? I'm confused. I don't know fighting like that, I don't really get it, but it's
Probably
an oversized shirt. I wanted a big one. Oh, my headphones. Let me just.
Ooh, it's probably something sports related.
She can hear us.
So that was a lot for me to even just get up. But yeah, that's my shirt. Would I buy it again? Probably not. Because it's what? Because it's I like oversized shirts that are big. And to me, it feels a little bit too small. I don't know why they're laughing. I feel like I mixed out on a joke when I took my headphones off. Anyways, that's what I'm wearing today. Thanks, SZA.
Gosh.
Okay, so what?
SZA should be thanking you.
Facts. You paid a
You
month's
spent
rent.
so much money.
So, guys, this is episode 10.
Maracas.
Lots of feelings going on. I'm excited. I think we've had fun. What do you guys think?
Been an experience, that's for sure. I mean, who the funk are very long conversations would have turned into our senior project. No, but it's been fun, and it's really been fun to come up with different ideas for like every episode and to hear everyone's opinion. I feel like I learned more about you in every episode. So it's been fun. I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, I think it's crazy how many different avenues we go down just recording each episode, sometimes 5 hours at a time. But because we record like 2 episodes in a day, sometimes 3. But yeah, it's been super fun to just like dissect music topics and like have a bit of control over the conversation, because I feel like a lot of times in school you kind of have to like hold your tongue. But here I can be myself, you know? And it's fun to work with 2 buddies. I love y'all. Love y'all to the end, you know? We have our differences, but we have a good time.
So, yeah, I think exactly what Gabby said. Just the fact that we could turn our conversations into a podcast is insane. And I'm definitely thankful for the experience that it's been. So, for everyone listening and watching, we hope you stick along to see what's coming up next. And let's just get into TikTok. I know you guys want to hear about it. I sure enough want to talk about it. Let's just get into if we all have TikTok and like when did you get it and why, all of that good stuff.
So I downloaded it like 3 times because I deleted it twice. So my best friend, the one who got me this crew neck, she actually had like a viral video like when it started, summer of like 2019 or 18, and like it went viral. So she was like, Gaby, you have to download TikTok and, you know, like my video and whatever. So I was like, okay, like, ha ha ha. So I downloaded it, liked her video, and then was like, all right, back of my mind, doesn't matter, not important. And then I started paying attention to it like October of junior year. Like I didn't really like go on it as much as I do now. Oh, and then quarantine happened, COVID happened last March, and then I was on it and no one could take me off. But then I was like, no, Gaby, like I'm on this app too much. So I deleted it. And then I got bored. So I downloaded it again. And then when I came back, one of my videos had like 500 likes. And I was like, wow, I should delete this app more. But I never did again. So here I am now. I have a 2-hour limit on TikTok on my phone so that I don't overdo it. Super fun, super interesting, funny stuff.
I definitely was a bit of like, oh, like that sounds like it's for tweens when I first heard of TikTok. And then I think Chaliece like had a few viral videos. She was like, I'm going viral. So then I downloaded it. And I was like, oh, let me go watch Chalice's video. And I didn't like put any thought into it. I had like to do this TikTok presentation too in one of my classes. So I think I just started like using it more, and I kind of figured out like what the For You page was all about. And I realized like, wow, like this algorithm is actually like really good at showing me videos that I want to see. And then it's nice that if they're testing out a video on me and I like get rid of it really quick, like I'm not going to see anything like that again. And I like really appreciate that about the app itself. I don't know when I started to like get really into it, but I'm still wouldn't say I'm really into it either. I know if I'm going on at night, I'm gonna be on there for probably 4 hours. And I always get the little message, the 2 guys, hold on, you were scrolling for way too long. And then
I've never gotten that.
Okay, Gaby.
Really? No.
You are not the rest of us.
Be on that to get that.
I would say probably like 2 to 3 hours or something like that. No, and then the one guy's like, I know it's really easy to like whatever. And I saw a comment one time. I was like, someone said, when I get this guy, it's like I want to hit him, but like when it's the other guy, it's like fine. Yeah, it's one of those apps for me where I know if I go on it and I like don't have somewhere I need to be, like I'm gonna be on it for a long time. But when it comes to music, like I found music on it, but not that much. Yeah, it's an enjoyable app. I'd have to say it's enjoyable. You know what I love about TikTok? I like that it's like kind of people just doing their thing, and it's not like Instagram where it's like so showy and all that shit. Again, the customization of like your For You page just by like liking and commenting is like really key to their success, and like also the reason like why I still go on the app.
I got TikTok in 2019, and in the beginning, I literally said it and I would say it a million times, I'm only getting this to go viral, because I saw how easy it was, and I saw so many people were like going viral and people were telling me about it. I'm like, fine, I'm just gonna get it. I wanna go viral. That's it. And I made my first TikTok like December of 2019. January 2020 is when I went viral. And I'm just like so proud of that moment. And everyone always says I'm not the one who actually went viral, it was my boyfriend because the video was about him, but I made it. So I take full credit for the creation, for the likes, for the views, all of it. Yeah, from the beginning, I'm like, oh, I'm not going to stay on this. Then went viral. Then I was like, oh my gosh, maybe I should keep this up. Like, I got some followers on here. And then I was like, I'll just go viral again and then I'll delete it. And I've had a few videos that have hit like a few thousand views, but I'm stuck. TikTok is probably one of my best friends. But I just love to be on it. Like Jenna said, she can be on it for hours. I literally will be on TikTok for hours. And I always tell myself, oh, Chaliece, you got to get off. Like, just get off in a little bit. And I even was just doing it before we started filming this episode. I was like, oh, I'm just going to be on TikTok for a little bit. And then like, I'll take a like 10-minute, 15-minute nap. Never got to do it because I was on TikTok the whole time. And I basically use TikTok for everything: clothes, music, food, anything. So I was hooked as soon as I saw those views and I saw those followers start coming in. I was like, ooh, this is cool. I like this app. And then it's really grown so much from the way that it was in 2019 too. So I love it. Loved it then, love it now. Obviously, we know that TikTok has been influenced by the music industry and influences certain things in the music industry. How do you think that TikTok has grasped onto the industry, and where would TikTok be without it?
I mean, I think TikTok is all about the music. Like, without the music, these videos have like nothing to them basically, unless you're like the one person that's like, oh, I couldn't find the audio, and then they start singing like the audio they're supposed to be using. But like, that's just funny, you know, but like they're meant to be using music. And so it's just crazy to see, like, I don't think Spotify had like a playlist called viral hits until TikTok. So I mean, I get all of like my workout songs from TikTok nowadays, and I even get my workouts from TikTok. And like, it's funny because like TikTok will bring back like old songs back into like the charts. And so it's just crazy to see like how much it really affects the charts and everything.
Yeah, I love that you can like revitalize a song that maybe you loved and people didn't know about, like just through TikTok. You can make it blow up if you really wanted to. Like, I think that's really cool. When it comes to TikTok and the music industry, I feel like when I'm hearing popular music, it is all songs from TikTok, and that does get like tiresome, but it's the same thing with top 40. When I'm on TikTok, for me, sometimes it's not about the song, but I agree with what Gaby is saying, is that without the music, the videos wouldn't land. Like, I can't say I like listen to a lot of the songs from TikTok, because I feel like a lot of them are very like dance oriented, but especially the ones that get really big. Yeah, I still think it's a good thing that songs are blowing up there. Like, I can't say that's a bad thing. I feel like I still have yet to see like if it's really gonna affect like some of the artists that I really love. Like, I feel like we're still like in the really early stages of like what TikTok really is. But when I think of TikTok too, it reminds me of like Drake and One Dance, and how like people were just kind of posting those videos everywhere. And I feel like that's kind of what TikTok is with music. Half of the time it's like dance videos, and other times it's the music that's on there is like creating this kind of like dorkiness or silliness or like artsiness. It's interesting to see what kind of sounds come up. It's very interesting, but I've never like thought about it too deeply yet, because I feel like it's still ever changing.
Like Gaby said, TikTok really wouldn't be as strong without the industry. I actually just read an article about how TikTok signed a deal with Sony in like November. So obviously they have permission to use all of the music from like Sony's repertoire. And it's crazy to think about. Sony's, I guess, smart for doing that in ways because of how much TikTok has forced people to listen to all these different songs. This basically gives TikTok so much permission to just do it. Without the music from the industry, TikTok wouldn't have these like dances, like Jenna said, and these trends that people do, because just with certain songs, people are making up trends, like, and it can be just turning your head and stuff, like people are doing it from these certain songs, and you can only use those songs, and then it's a trend for a little bit, and then it's on to the next song, and people are doing these other transitions and stuff to the songs. It's crazy to think about how much the industry is like basically woven into TikTok. And in that same sense, we have viral TikTok songs, which I think a lot of people have like different opinions on them, because it's like, oh, they're only big now because of TikTok, or they're like only good because they have like a good dancing beat to it, which can be said before TikTok was even a thing too, because you have dance music. But what do you guys think about the viral TikTok songs? Like, are they actually good? Do they deserve to like skyrocket on the charts?
I get annoyed sometimes. For example, Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. All of a sudden, it was like, oh my God, I love Fleetwood Mac. And I was like, okay, that's fine. They deserve the respect, they deserve the attention. But like, I don't know, it just kind of irked me. I was like, hold up, this is my music. That's stop. Like, that, no, stop. So I guess that's kind of annoying when it's like something that's like you really like and like you've always liked it, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, I love Fleetwood Mac. And it's like, oh, okay, all right. Like, what's gonna happen now? Like, am I gonna go to the next Fleetwood Mac concert and am I just gonna see a bunch of 20-year-olds? Because like that's weird. Anyways, for like the other viral songs, they're a little annoying sometimes. I can imagine they're really annoying if I listen to the radio, but I don't listen to the radio, so I guess I kind of avoid that. Sometimes it's fun though when you know the dance and like you hear the song in like a store or something and you're like, I know the TikTok dance, you know? So mixed feelings on it. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's annoying. I guess it just depends.
What's crazy about like the viral TikTok songs, it's like if I hear the few that I like hate, immediately scroll up. I don't even need to see the video because it's some of them are like really bad to me. It hurts my head. But it was interesting, like Gaby said, it's like she feels some kind of like ownership about like how Fleetwood Mac like used to be like perceived, and like how they're kind of a band that like, you know, not a bunch of young people are into. I think it'd be kind of cool to see a bunch of young people at Fleetwood Mac, you know?
I mean, I went to the concert and I remember I was waiting in line to get my shirt, and there was this like dad in front of me and he was like, you like Fleetwood Mac? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, wow, we don't see a lot of that nowadays. And I was like, yeah, I know. Like, I know.
Yeah, I like the idea that songs can be revitalized, because I feel like there are a lot of songs that are so good from the past 10 to 50 years that just kind of like didn't get noticed. But I feel like with Fleetwood Mac, like it was noticed. It just is now being heard by a new generation who has never heard that music before. So they're like, whoa.
I'll accept it.
When it comes to songs being like awarded, and if it happened to be a TikTok song, I think it depends on the song, like case by case basis, because there are some good songs on TikTok and then there are some ones that are like, I don't know why that would be nominated. That would confuse me. Because again, some of the songs on TikTok are just kind of silly. I wish that songs wouldn't just be nominated because they're popular. I'd rather it be on the value of the production, the singing, all of that. So again, a case by case basis, like for me personally, like I don't like Savage. Like I don't think that's a good song. But the fact that it's nominated, it's like Megan has like all these other songs that are way better. So it's confusing. Again, looking at the noms for this year, it was kind of a disconnect. All those songs really deserve to be nominated, but it's my personal opinion.
No, I agree. I was just going to bring up Savage because there's so many Megan songs that are complete fire. Megan has so many good songs. She's so talented. And Savage, I wasn't sure if maybe it was because of TikTok that makes me think the song isn't that good anymore. Because I know in the beginning I liked it. And when Beyonce jumped on it, I liked it. But now, like, hearing it in my head, I'm just like doing the dance. Like, I can't think of anything else except for that. And I guess it's not a horrible thing. It's a good thing for the girl that created the dance. But that's all I hear is like the one part of the song. And I always will hear only that part of the song, like whether it's like 60 seconds, whatever, only that part I hear in my head, not just with Savage, but with all the other like viral TikTok songs too. So it almost makes listening to it like, you know, and like you're waiting for this one part that you just constantly hear over and over and over. But what's funny is when you were like talking about songs that are revitalized and stuff, I started thinking of the song September, and I don't remember when that got big again. It's funny because that was like our first view into, not our first view, but like a little view into what a social media can actually do for like a song. And even now, people are still like, as soon as it hits September, people are like, oh, gotta put this song on, you know? It's funny just how big it's gotten because it really, no one can say that it's like stayed at the top of the charts like this whole time, you know? So it's funny how like social media can do that. TikTok has just done that in like a crazy way. It's pushed every song that has gone viral. It just shoots up the charts. And it's insane to really like to see that. One of the like main songs too that's like going crazy right now still. Gabby, your favorite, Driver's License.
So good.
But that song is like, it's crazy that like number one, her first single being out like number one, and it's TikTok, you know?
Yeah, to like jump off of Chalice's point of hooks being the only thing you hear on TikTok, it just kind of killed me inside. I was like, the verses, we're losing the verses. And like that's what I love about songs. It's like I like listening to it from front to the end, you know? And I think that's kind of sad.
All right, so let's get into some of our favorite music related TikToks and some things that TikTok has taught us or shown us. And then maybe we'll throw in some things that aren't music related because, you know, we have to talk about it all. So I think some of my favorite TikToks that involve music are probably the little snippets of people just singing the songs that they wrote. My most recent one, and I was telling Jenna and Gaby before we started, is a song called Emergency Contact. And I'm drawing a complete blank on the artist's name, but that little 30 seconds, 60 seconds, however long it was, I was hooked. I was like, I love this. It's so pretty. So I love that song so far, and I can't wait to hear the whole thing when it comes out. But just like music like that, where it's just like the songwriter gets on there, guitar, piano, whatever, instrument, no instrument, doesn't matter. They get on there, and if it's good music, in my opinion, you know, those ballads, those slow songs, heartfelt ones, I'm like, yep, follow. I'm not automatically like a fan, but I'm definitely a fan of that song. And I will look out for like more music if they decide to release it. And I think that's another thing about TikTok. I don't think like really forces you, but if you are an artist and you put out this like little clip of your song or you're singing it just really fast, if it goes viral, you have these people in your comments that are like, please, when is this going to release? And like, I want this now. I have to be listening to this. I have to be crying to this. I see those comments all the time. And I feel that, but it almost like if you need it, it kind of gives you the confidence to release this music if you weren't quite sure if you wanted to, because you know there are at least some people that are like, oh, like they want to like hear my song. Okay, I'll release it. And a lot of the times you have the comments that are like, release this, release this. And then soon enough, you see that the person ends up releasing it. And I think the songs do pretty well. From the ones I've seen, they've done well. So it's exciting to see that. And you have these small artists. Sometimes they are just these singers at home that post this one little 30-second video and now they're releasing music like left and right, which is amazing because if that's what you've always wanted to do, then you finally have that chance to do it. And you kind of have this like little fan base that's already forming.
Is it crazy to say that like TikTok is like the new YouTube for artists, because I feel like Vine was a bit short and there were still some artists that grew from Vine, but like TikTok, you just get a bit more time to like put yourself out there and show off your music. And I just feel like it's as maybe active as YouTube used to be back in the day when we were like teens and preteens. Yeah, I just think the activity is like super exciting. And it'll be interesting to see like how artists, how well that they retain their base that they're building on TikTok.
All right, everyone, let's get into our segment for this episode, which is the song you should listen to right now. And it's Gaby's turn. Gaby, come on, give us a song.
Woot woot.
Oh, hell no.
Okay, so my song is It's Not the Same Anymore by Rex Orange County. My best friend, the one who got me this crew neck, she loves Rex Orange County.
She is the star of this episode.
She is. I'll tell her she has to listen to this one. Anyways, so she loves Rex Orange County. So she introduced me to him like a while ago. And his album came out like 2 years ago now, maybe a year. No, definitely 2 years ago by now. And so this song just became a trend on TikTok like very recently because I wanted to put another song, but I wasn't sure if it was a TikTok trend. So I decided to go another way. Anyways, so yeah, the song is It's Not the Same Anymore.
Take my audio out. You can do that now.
I'm just gonna like turn it up like all the way.
It's not the same anymore.
So sorry for being a downer with that song.
It was so pretty.
Wait, I actually have a question. So like, why is that song viral? Is it like a nostalgia TikTok thing?
Yeah, it's like you show like an old video of yourself and then you show like you now and it'll show like how much you've grown and something like that.
That's
It's
a
literally
lot.
just like the first line, right?
Yeah, it is the first line.
That's something that I would be skipping on TikTok because it's just not me, you know? But I'm not a big fan of Rex, but I appreciate what he does, like, especially in that song. Like, it was kind of cute because it's like the end of our season, it's the end of his album, it's kind of a vibe, you know? But I like how the song built up, and I liked his, like, songwriting style. I just really appreciated, like, the way he wrote. And I felt like I was kind of like on this journey with him, realizing that it's better now in 2019, maybe. And I loved when he said, like, I don't know why, but I liked when he talked about he's like full. Like, I really liked that line. Like, my belly's full now. I thought that was cool. I'll never forget this one thing John Mayer said. Some people love him, some people hate him, but he has a lot of good observations about music. But he like showed me this song Hall by Vampire Weekend, and he talked about like how the song is not just stagnant, it like builds up like with different elements added in from like the beginning to the end. And I think the song did a really good job of that, where it was not just stagnant, it wasn't just like one instrument. And like some of those songs are good, I'm not gonna lie, but when you're listening to a studio version of a song, it's really interesting when you can hear like those new elements come in and like the different layers that people add, and it just adds like much more movement, and it makes me appreciate a song even though like I don't really like that, like I wouldn't listen to that in my spare time. But yeah, maybe if I was in my feelings I would. No, I appreciated that song. That's the thing with TikTok, it's like if I hear the snippet of it, I'm not going to hear that whole ending to it, which I thought was like actually kind of the better part, like the second half.
Yeah, I really like the song. I'm not as great as dissecting songs as Jenna, but I can appreciate good songwriting. So I was actually reading the lyrics like along with the song, so it made me appreciate it a little bit more. I really like the song. I like songs like that. Not as much as Chaliece. I still enjoy like songs like that. So I like some of his other songs a little bit more than that, but still good.
I feel like I need to go and listen to the whole album now I don't know what the rest of it is like. I've only ever heard the other one, Pluto Projector. I've only ever heard that one. And the ending of that song, oh my gosh. Literally, when I hear it, I feel like I'm just like, I don't know, like I'm in an ocean and it's like pushing me, but like I'm okay and I know I'm okay. And that's how I felt with this one too. But like falling off a mountain, I know I'm okay. Like someone will catch me, and like I don't know, it's like music like that, like I feel something. That's why it's my favorite. But yeah, I could have cried if I let myself, but but I didn't because I kept it together. But Pluto Projector is on one of my most recent like Spotify liked songs, and I cry from that. I cry from that, and it's like, oh, yeah. But anyway, yeah, I really liked that. Thank you, Gabby. Now I'm gonna listen to the rest of the album when we're done with this.
I don't think it can also be like understated how important the last song like of an album is. I don't know if Gen Z listens to albums. I need to find a local Gen Zer and like talk to them like what do you do? Because I
I
feel
have
like
a
I'm in
local
the
Gen Zer.
yeah, I'm in
I'll
the
ask her.
dark. I'm in the dark and it's like that song had me thinking about like Get Well Soon, like Blue Ocean Floor from JT's old album, and just like the way that that last song can leave you with like the taste of the album, but also like what that artist wanted to be like the last thing left in your head. I just missed like I don't know. Was there ever an age of albums? I guess when records were hot, maybe CDs. Now it's like I don't want to say TikTok takes away from that. Maybe it is adding to it. I don't know, but just cut it down to just the hook. You're missing so much of the album and the verses and like what everything else that the artist is saying and pouring their heart out. I mean, some of them, not all of them by any means, but yeah, love the end tracks on albums.
I agree with like the little hooks and stuff. It does kind of take away from what it really is. Like once I heard the song come on, I heard the line and I was like, oh, this is where like I've seen it on TikTok and I've only seen one and it was yesterday. So I guess it's like a fairly new trend.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So I probably wouldn't have listened to that whole song. And it does kind of like take away from what the actual song could be or what the whole album is. And that's like the same thing, like I was saying with POV, like they took like this little hook part of the song, and not only did they just use that part, but they changed it too. So it takes away from the whole meaning of it and like what Ariana wanted. Okay, guys, so just to wrap it up with TikTok, how do we think it will last, or do we think it'll fade out like other apps? What do you guys think will happen with it in the next few years?
I think it's going to be interesting for sure. I feel like it'll be popular for the next coming years. I mean, I can't say it'll go on forever because, like, that's not true. But at the same time, Facebook has been around for a very long time. So who knows? I don't know. I could see another app coming out and like taking its thunder, but I don't see what that app would be or how it would be different. But I don't see it lasting forever or even lasting as long as like Facebook is right now.
Yeah, and the craziest thing about tech is like if you're the first to market and maybe there's like a better competitor than you that just hasn't released yet, it's like it's really hard to like break into that space and like take over that audience that is already on an app that's kind of similar to what you created, even if it is a better app. Yeah, I think it'll definitely last for the next 2 to 3 years at least. If TikTok is gonna die, it's gonna be because they're changing something or people will become disinterested in the app. But I don't know, like there's so many new things you can do and I feel like they're always like changing the editing features and stuff. And I think these partnerships with like big labels is actually really beneficial. I don't know about like the financial part of it, but I think it's good for artists that they can get like quick exposure. As long as TikTok doesn't like screw with their algorithm, I think they're basically set up for a good next like 2 to 3 years.
I also think that if they decide to be like, oh, like let's make more money and decide to make a premium like feature or anything like that, I think that'll turn a lot of people away. So I think they like have to keep it free for
I mean, yeah,
everyone. Like
and even the
everything free.
ads, it's like I just scroll
Yeah.
or skip
Although
ad.
sometimes they're deceiving.
Yes,
Sometimes
that's true.
I'll be like watching half of it and I'm like, it's an ad, and then I'm like, I feel like a fool, and then I'm like, swipe.
That's so funny. I always look at like the bottom like left part because it'll say like in like the highlighted gray or whatever that it's an ad. And I'm always like quick because I'm like, if I watch it, that means they're gonna show more of them, which like really true. But Nick always watches the ad.
Jeez.
And if we're watching TikTok on his phone, he never notices. I always have to go over and be like, ad. Like, I'm always like so forceful. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, it was an ad. Like, we can't watch that. Well, I hope that TikTok doesn't really go anywhere because I really enjoy it. I think it's beneficial. It's fun. I hope to see it stay as long as it continues to like kind of like do good things rather than bad, because I know some people have like a bad experience with it. If you do become viral and become like this TikTok sensation, there are some people that have bad experiences, but as long as it's doing good, I hope to see it like continue to do that. It's crazy to think like when I was in my prime of using Snapchat, I was like, oh, like I'll always do Snapchat. I used to post on Snapchat constantly. Now it's like never. I never post on Snapchat. And the only reason I'm going is really like to save my memories because I don't want to lose them. But I never post on it. And it's funny how much like an app is like your everything. And you could say that for a lot, for Tumblr, for Snapchat. I'm sure people said that about Musical.ly and, you know, like Vine and stuff. An app can be like your everything. You're on it all the time. And like we said, we spend hours on this app on TikTok. I hope it doesn't end up like that. But honestly, it just might, you know, just like everything else. And with the way that there's always something new coming up, I feel like the way TikTok will kind of get taken down is if something new comes up that is just that much better and everyone just jumps on that. For now, I definitely think it'll stay because it appeals to literally all ages. I have seen all ages on this app, from babies to the elderly. I've seen it all. Like they are on this app using it, and it really can be about whatever you want, and that's why it's so much fun, and that's why everyone can have like their own TikTok. It's basically like we're all using the same app, but you have your own version of it. So it's like it's whatever you want. Like it doesn't really have to be the same as the person next to you. So it's really just made for you. They're very smart with their like marketing and everything that they do. So I hope to see it stay because it's fun for me. And I know say it's fun for you too. So I think we can all agree that we hope that it, you know, sticks around for a little bit. So, but guys, let's close this out. It's come to the end of our 10th episode, our final episode of this season. It's been a lot of fun, and we just want to say thank you all for listening. We have had so much fun doing this podcast, and it's definitely been a life changer for all of us. Thank you so much again for listening, and we hope to be chatting a bunch more as soon as possible. But for now, we still appreciate all of your support you can provide, from follows to donations. Follow us on all of our social media at MMMLC Podcast to stay up to date with new info like when we'll be back and other surprises that we're currently working on. If you'd like to watch today's episode and all of our previous episodes, you can watch us at Music Makes Me Lose Control podcast on YouTube. And for the last time for a little bit, Missy Elliott, call us. We want the mechanical license. Bye for now.